What's up, everyone? Professor Hot Sauce here. And just wanted to do a quick little chat about some things I don't like about Thailand. In fact, the number one thing um, that I don't like is driving in this country. And one of the big reasons is the one cultural thing that I really don't like is drunk driving. So we've unfortunately experienced this firsthand with a few people to the point where it's just kind of shrugged off. And we enjoy going out, having a good time, having a few drinks. So when we first came here and everything was opened up, and we met some people and we were driving home, and it's to the point where one person I was with actually threw up multiple times before saying, "Hey, let's jump in my vehicle and drive home." So, needless to say, that wasn't a real fun conversation, and it was certainly something where I was like, whoa, hold up. Let's just jump on a bike taxi or call Bolt or Line or many of the other ride sharing apps. And, we've been out, we've met some great people. People are very nice. They've, invited us into their homes. We've gone to some pool villas. We've enjoyed some nights. We've stayed some nights at, when we've traveled a little bit out of town. We've stayed overnight and we've had a good time and had a few drinks, and life is good. But the problem becomes, even we were out a little while back, and the time comes to go home, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, we'll drive back at 4 a.m. And things are just kind of shrugged off here. And even though there's many things that are against the law enforcement seems to be a very different thing. And I spoke to a guy last night. He's from Finland, and he explained, there's traffic laws in Thailand, but they're very rarely enforced, or they're kind of enforced whenever people somewhat feel like it. So, you know, we uh, we try to employ a buddy system, and I think one of the more important thing is if you meet some local Thai people, it's always in your best interest to be good friends with them. Because if you ever get pulled over by the police, you're a lot less likely to pay a fine if you're with somebody local or or speaks the language. So that goes for everything. And I was told a story last night from some guy who said, you know what, um, my friend was out drunk driving and he was going to face a 20,000 baht fine, but he had a Thai wife, and then all of a sudden it was 500 baht. So that's something that does bother me quite a bit, because there's a lot of nice people here, and driving conditions are pretty bad at the worst of times. And in fact, if you look at the studies in the recent reports, Thailand has some of the highest fatalities per capita in the entire world. Now, a big reason for that is a lot of people are on motorbikes or scooters. So if you get into an accident, you're a lot more prone to serious injury. Again, traffic laws are seen to be very rarely enforced. And I think a big reason is due to alcohol. People are drinking and driving. In fact, one person we were introduced to who told us, you know what, you got to learn Thailand. Let me teach you Thailand before you come here. I didn't really appreciate that statement until I've been here for 2 months. And one of those things is when Songkran happened in April, he said he wasn't even going to go out, even if water was going to be allowed. Now, obviously, a lot of those, pretty much every festivity was shut down just due to COVID. But one of the comments he made is he said he'd probably stay indoors just because it was safer. And one of the reasons was driving. There's the fatalities during those few days during Songkran are the highest. And a lot of it's, I think I read a stat, something around 25% of the accidents during Songkran were due to alcohol. So that's one thing I very much, I guess, have disliked about my experience. I honestly was concerned that the one night we went out and two of the people we met who jumped into vehicles, I wasn't sure if they would make it home. And one of the things I appreciate from coming from Canada, and something that I always like to do is I always say, text me when you get back home, and that's something that my mom and other family members have always done with me. And now that I'm a little bit older, I think I understand it a little bit more. But I think it speaks especially here, just because of the transportation issues. So if you're from Thailand and you're watching this, please, 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 please do not drink and drive. It's just not worth it. There's so many cheap alternatives here. Um, leave your bike, leave your vehicle, pay 100 to 200 baht for a ride sharing app or a bike taxi or whatever the case may be. But other than that, experience has still been pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. By the time this video publishes, there'll be about 40 videos that I've put out. So I'd love you guys to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the content, subscribe. But let me know. I mean, this is for you, the people watching. What do you guys want to know? I have analytics. I have an idea of the type of videos and type of content people watch. I know what performs better. But I'm honestly interested, because if you're thinking of coming over here, we could talk more about like culture, what to expect coming from a different country, um, any kind of sightseeing activities. When things open up, I want to do a lot more fun stuff. I know a lot of people have told me, they say, you know what, we want to see some of your antics. We want to do so in a safe manner, of course, but excited to do some things, and hopefully we can when things open up. Hopefully the COVID numbers go down. But other than that, comment below. Let me know what you think.